Barbershop has been a big part of my life. I mean, like a shout out to like what used to be Harmony College and is now Harmony University. I went to my first Harmony College at the age of 12, I think. And I met up with some guys, Dave Krause, Chuck Lauer, Bill Heyer, Rick Taylor, Ron Black, a whole bunch of just great guys like that, who sang tags with the 12-year-old kid all week. I remember being at Harmony College and singing Woodshedding till probably 2 o'clock in the morning with Gene Cocroft and Lyle Pettigrew and Sonny. And I just think these are things that I, remember vividly, what those people did for me as a kid. And they would learn by the numbers and hold up fingers. And as a 12-year-old kid, I had no idea what any of it was. And I remember going home and learning how to do that. I remember spending the whole year learning how to read music by these numbers. What I didn't realize I was doing was teaching myself to sight read music, you know what I mean? And I started listening to quartets, I'd listen to Suntones, and I'd listen to Emmeline and pull that music off and learn how to write it all down. I was 12 or 13 years old, when that happened. And I grew up with all of that stuff. When I got to college, theory was easy. My theory teacher was like, how do you know all this stuff? I said, barbershop music. And he wanted me to add theory and composition to my degree. The people that I met in barbershop, the classes I took those beginning arranging classes with Dave Stevens, the physics of sound with Jim Richards. I just took all those classes and I just digested them. And I brought them to my studies, I bring them to the choirs that I direct now. All of that's barbershop. For me, if there's a legacy of barbershop, that's it. I'm a product of barbershop. I know how my life's been changed by barbershop. I know how performances when I was a kid and to this very day that I see barbershop choruses or quartets make have literally changed the course of my life, like changed me. And the power of music to do that. For me, I learned that power through barbershop. Other people might learn it through other things, but there's something about that a cappella music, non-professionals getting together, blending their voices, working for something that's greater than themselves, ringing chords, trying to create overtones, all that pursuit of that sort of thing from people who don't make a living at it, but just are devoted to it, like deep into the bone marrow, deep in the core. That kind of energy and synergy, that relationship, that bonding, that brotherhood. Barbershop is all of those things. I get very impatient with people who talk about medals. That is the most selfish part of barbershop. If I have a legacy, I hope that I've made music, that has changed people's lives in a way. And I know that sounds super corny, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what I want to do. Not only with the music, the people in the audience, I hope the guys who I direct in the chorus, I hope that their lives are changed. They've certainly changed my lives. Directing them has made me a better man. And so I hope that I've been able to give back in that way. The quartets I've sung with, the same. So that, I guess, is what's so great about it, is that you get as much benefit as you give. So the legacy of barbershop for me is really that, to be honest with the music, to really embrace what it does spiritually, for you, and what it does for your character, and how it just helps you grow. What I'm especially excited about is that now there are lots of young people in barbershop. Because when I joined, as I said, I had to write a letter and try to, you know what I mean? Now, it's everywhere. Young people are doing it. I'm excited about everyone in Harmony. I'm excited that there's going to be an avenue that we can just open this up to more and more and more people. It's a powerful expression. I don't care if anybody ever sees a gold medal performance that I ever gave, I just hope that what I taught somebody, then they'll teach somebody, and they'll teach somebody, and that'll go on like it did for me.